Good evening, folks, and welcome to this week's episode of Beer Rating with Sean Connors. For those who follow me on a regular basis, a couple months ago I bought a dozen and a half, 2 dozen different beers, variety of beers, different styles, different countries. So basically I threw them all in the fridge and I've just been reaching in. Whatever I get, I get. I believe I'm down to my last beer. I believe it's a lager, but I'm not 100% sure. So I'm just going to stick my hand in, grab what I believe. Yep, the last beer. And it is a lager. I'll zoom in so you can see it. Not sure how well you can see that. Tennent's Authentic Export, product of Scotland, 1885 lager. So I'm assuming the 1885 is the year the brewery started, but I'll read the can and see what other information, if anything, I can get from it. Imported from Scotland. As it says, it's an 1885 lager. However, up on the top of the can, it also has 1556, so I'm not quite sure. It says Noble Pilsner with fruity, hoppy touches, 5.0% alcohol. And that's about it. So I'm not sure. 1885 and the 1556. No idea. Perhaps somebody can check it out and let me know. Okay, I'm going to give my glass a quick cold water rinse as per usual. Pour it up and see what we got here. Just to let you know, next week I'm not sure what I'm going to do. However, after that it'll be December. So I'm hoping to get a beer advent calendar for the month. Pretty well the same as what I did last year. I checked my local NLC, we call it Newfoundland Liquor Corporation, and they're not in yet, so I'm hoping within the next few days. Last year I did a German advent calendar. Now last year, the NLC here in Newfoundland, they had a German advent calendar when I did, and they also had a Belgian. So I don't know if it's going to be the same this year. I'm hoping I can get something different. I'd love to see one for craft breweries from here in the province, but I don't think it exists yet. Early in the year I sent a message to several different breweries, just mentioned it, so on Facebook, so whether or not they ever follow up on it, who knows. Alright, nice clear golden color, typical for a lager. No strong aroma, just your typical beer aroma. Nice little head on it. In all honesty, that taste I got just saying was a lot of foam. And a lot of times I find you're not getting a true taste of the beer if you're getting just the foam. I found in the past, like a lot of people, they say they don't like Guinness. And you said, well, have you ever tried a Guinness? They say, oh yeah, one time I didn't like it. A lot of times all they're doing is tasting the foam. So you really got to get past the foam to get a true taste of the beer. A little bit more flavorful than I expected. I mean, ales and lagers, generally I find, well, they say lagers are clean, clear, refreshing, whereby ales are more complex, a lot more flavor, a lot more aroma, at least that's how I find. And this one, actually, it's more complex than I expected from a lager, just the flavor alone. As I said, the aroma, I'm not getting anything significant, or out of the order, I guess would be a better term. Like I said, it's more flavorful than I expected. I'm not a big fan of beers that have a lot of aftertaste, and what I mean by that, you taste the beer, you swallow the beer, and then the taste just kind of lingers in your mouth. I'm not a fan of that. This one I am getting a bit of aftertaste, but then it kind of dissipates, would seem quickly, but then it kind of comes back. So that's kind of odd for me, for beers that I've had. It's obviously an easy drinking beer. I mean, I've had 2 or 3 mouthfuls and 2/3 or a third of it's gone. Not quite what I expected. Totally honest, I think I'm a little bit disappointed. I really don't know what I was expecting, but now to give it a rating, that's the next question. My ratings, as always, are out of 5. It's either a full rating, like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or it's a half rating, 1.5, 2.5. You get the idea. Now, 1 would be a drain pour. Don't like it, can't finish. I'm literally going to pour it down the drain. A 2 would be, yeah, I'm not a big fan, but I'll finish it. A 3 would be a good beer. 4 would be a very good beer. Excuse me. And a 5 would be the best beer ever. Now this beer, I'm definitely going to finish it without a doubt. So it's minimum a 2. I don't think it's a 4. So realistically, right now I'd say between 2 and 3. It's kind of weird. Like I said, the aftertaste, it's there, it disappears, and then for me it keeps coming back, which I am not a big fan of. Initially I was thinking a 3, and then I was like, maybe not. And then I was thinking maybe a 2, but I think it's, for me, it's a little bit better. The Tennent's Authentic Export Lager, 1885 Lager. It's better than the 2, but is it a 3? 3 is a good beer. Probably, if you follow me on a regular basis, you probably know where I'm going. It's probably going to be a 2.5, but still haven't decided. Yeah, I think I'm going to do a 2.5. In all honesty, the aftertaste is kind of turning me off a little bit, which is kind of funny because, like, I drink it, I take it, I swallow, I get the aftertaste, it dissipates for a second, and then it comes back again. Which I don't think I've ever experienced that in a beer, so that's kind of different. Not in a good way for me. So for the Tennent's Authentic Export 1885 Lager, Premium Scottish Lager, 2.5, so that's in between a, yeah, not a big fan, I'll finish it, and a good beer. So it's not a bad beer. However, if I never had another one again, I don't think I'd be overly upset. Perhaps the brewery does other beers I might try. Scotland is on my list of countries. So perhaps I'm going to take one more sip just to see. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with the 2.5. So you go, folks. 2.5. I hope you can join me next week. Until next brew, as always, enjoy responsibly. Cheers.